So today we have Jason Muir from Western Fumigation with us. Jason, how you doing?
I am great, Andy. How are you guys?
Oh my God, we're doing great. We're getting ready for the spring fling. We're only a couple weeks out. Are you guys going to be up there in Great Neck, New York?
Yeah, 100%. We're looking forward to it. We do pretty much the spring shows with New York every year, whether it's on the East Coast side or even over closer to Buffalo.
Cool, cool. All right, so you're with Western Fumigation. How did you get started there? Tell us a little bit about your journey here.
Of course. So I've been in home and commercial sales for quite a long time. Started with local companies, and about 2.5 years ago or so, I started with Western Fumigation, and they've been pretty much the gold standard in fumigation services, specifically on the East Coast, for about 100 years now. So it was pretty easy when they came calling looking for service or looking for someone to kind of run their business development department. It made a good sense for a good fit here.
Yeah. Where's your range for your territory?
Good question. So we cover everything from Vermont to Virginia here with
Okay.
Western Fumigation and everything in between. So about 14 states. New York is kind of smack in the middle.
Sure.
So that's right kind of in our sweet spot. And our office is just outside of Philadelphia.
Okay. So you do stuff out on Long Island. You'll do stuff in the city, all over the place.
Correct. So in the
Yeah.
state of New York, everything from Buffalo all the way out through Long Island, through the Hamptons, through Queens, pretty much everywhere.
Okay. Tell me about Western Fumigation. Like, what are you guys known for? What's your bread and butter work? What do you really do?
Yeah. So we have been in business about 100 years. And over those 100 years, we've been known as what's called a commodity fumigator. And specifically, South American commodities, grapes and cocoa that get sent here every year. We're the largest commodity fumigator on the East Coast. And that's really what our bread and butter has been for many years. But our other services are quite expansive. We're really a specialty brand that can work direct with customers or through a lot of other pest control companies as well as a subcontractor for the specialized fumigation work that we do.
Okay. Is there a size of a job that you typically, is your sweet spot? Is there stuff that's too small, stuff that's too big? Where do you guys land as far as scope?
Yeah, we could do anything as small as a moving truck for bed bugs or a shipping container that needs for import or export, all the way to a large food plant or thousand or a million cubic foot warehouse that needs a fumigation for rodents or
Wow.
stored product pests. We really have no limit on size.
Yeah, yeah. And now you said subcontracting, so you'll work like side by side with a pest control operator, like helping their customer out.
That's correct. So a lot of times, I don't get to see everything that somebody else sees, and that we don't know when a customer might need it. But a lot of smaller pest control companies and even some of the big guys don't do fumigation.
Hmm.
So we'll work right alongside with them to be able to offer a fumigation to their client and resolve an issue within 24 hours for them. And then they can get back to their traditional pest control, their traditional IPM and inspections with a fresh slate and a fresh start for that client.
So if you were like a smaller operator that didn't offer your own fumigation services, but you had a customer that had a need, they could call you up and you'd come in under them as a subcontractor and sort of do the job as if they were doing it. How does that work?
Yeah, you're correct. So
Hmm.
somebody who doesn't need it, we'd come out and help them with an inspection
Okay.
to be able to identify the need. And if fumigation is an option, what's great about us is all of our inspections are complimentary. So
Hmm.
there's no charge. And we work right along with the pest control company for them to be able to still get some revenue from this. So we do a revenue share with them where we give them 10% of the job as a referral. That way they have the opportunity to still make some money on the job and they keep the customer. We just do the fumigation part to get them back to zero.
Wow. So if I have a big operation that needs a fumigation, I could call you and you'd come out and help do the inspection and prescribe what needs to happen and then sort of take that over there.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
we can go as far with my experience in the commercial pest world and food safety, we can go as far as to recommend some maybe adjustments to the IPM program that after we complete the fumigation, here's maybe a few suggestions that we can offer and stick with John Smith's PCO doing the work. You got a fresh start here and here's some suggestions. And we work directly together So when our proposals go out, we actually name the PCO in our proposal to continue to work with them to keep a pest-free environment.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Now, I have to ask, you're going to be there at Great Neck, right? With the little booth?
Of course, yep, we'll be one of the vendors there.
Okay. Do you still have the lens cleaning stuff with the Western logoed lens cleaner? I think that was a giveaway you guys had in the past. Are you bringing that? What are you bringing for us?
So that's a great question. So we have been known as the best tchotchke giveaway at any event.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of everything. I did get some new stuff for this year. So we obviously
Okay.
have our lens cleaners. We have some hand sanitizers that, obviously the COVID days was really good. We
Yeah.
also have some organic insect repellents to hand out,
Okay.
and some new different logos and business cards to hand out. So we got a little bit of everything. And this year, because the emphasis with our brand is on safety, we actually have first aid kits as well that you can throw in the trucks as a good little giveaway to make sure everybody has one.
Yeah, a couple of those first aid kits have ended up in my kids' backpacks.
Yeah. I mean, they always love a Band-Aid, right? Doesn't a
That's
kid
right.
want a Band-Aid? It may not need a Band-Aid, but they love it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, before the event, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, how could they go ahead and do that?
Sure. Cell phone's always the best. So my cell phone number is 856-580-7059. Or they could email me at Jason, Jason, .muir at westernpest.com. Or they could check us out online at westernfumigation.com and send us a message right on there, which gets to me virtually immediately.
Okay, and that brings up actually one last question then. So is this a big operation? If we were to call in or email in, like who answers that? Who are we talking to?
It's a good question. So we are a pretty large company. We're owned by the largest company, Rollins. However, we have a real local flavor. So when you call our number, it's one of our girls that sit up front in our office here.
Okay.
When you send a message through online, it comes directly to my email. So
Okay.
it's really nice that even though we have a large footprint and we have the backing of Rollins, we are a local company. This was founded as a family company in 1928. And now being that, it's moved on from that and it's a large company, we still have that family feel, somebody willing to help you. We get every day people that call us and send us pictures to identify insects for them.
Oh, wow.
And we're lucky to have, multiple entomologists in our office that are willing to do this for free because we know it helps the community.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Jason, we look forward to seeing you. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Andy.
We'll see you then. Okay.